Hey guys, so long time no see. I am bringing this video because it was requested. I did a poll on my Instagram and my Facebook asking if anyone wanted to know how I manifested my home or my first home. Okay, so this video, like you guys can tell, I have moved. I am a homeowner now. This was a huge thing for me because this was something that I was really trying to manifest, okay? So that's pretty much why I had not been really active on YouTube or anything like that. I was focused on my business, but probably not as much as I was focused on getting into my first home, okay? So I wanted to make this video for anyone who is wanting to manifest their first home as well, okay? And if this room is loud or echoey or whatever, I'm sorry guys. I'm in my sunroom and this was a huge part of something that I wanted. So yeah, that's where I'm recording at, okay? So the first thing I wanted to say is when it comes to wanting to manifest, the number one for all of my, Bible thumpers out there, and I ain't trying to, all my Bible thumpers out there, no offense, but one verse in the Bible that does resonate with me extremely well, and this is one of my favorite verses, is Mark 11, chapter 24. And I have some notes here too, so if I look over, y'all know that's what it is. But Mark 11, chapter 24, it says, "Therefore I say unto you, whatever it is that you pray for or that you ask for, pray and believe that you shall receive it," okay? "And it will be yours." So in other words, claim it. You know what I mean? In other words, claim it. Claim it as yours, okay? So that's the first thing that you want to do. You want to claim it as yours, but also, and just not claiming it as yours, you may want to ignore your current circumstances. So like my current circumstances was, I was a mom of 3. I was newly divorced. I had bad credit. You know what I mean? Like I had a number of issues where I felt like was hindering me from being able to become a homeowner. Not saying that my children were hindering me, but at the same time, I mean, that's 3 mouths to feed. Okay. So certain things you have to kind of ignore your circumstances in order to think outside of the box, okay? So I do tell people, ignore your current circumstances, especially when it comes to you journaling, because journaling is huge. And in the words of Queen Erykah Badu, write it down on real paper with a real pen and watch it get real, okay? Watch it get real. So I'm a huge advocate. Y'all know I got that list. But anyway, I'm a huge advocate for journaling, okay? I'm a huge advocate for journaling. I think that it is super important for you to journal your thoughts, journaling your gratitude. Gratitude is number 1. Being grateful for what you already have is definitely, mark that as number 1. Mark 11:24. And gratitude, okay? You want to be grateful for the things that you already have in order to manifest something better. Of course, you have to be grateful for what it is that you already have, being grateful for your current circumstances, and then also sometimes, you have to realize that where you are is where you are because of your own actions. And sometimes that's really hard to digest. Sometimes it's harder for people to digest. Just the truth is, I'm here because of me, because I have free will, because I'm an adult. So if I'm not happy with where I'm at, then yeah, I'm not a tree. I can definitely move. So being very grateful for where you are, but also because things could always be worse. Remember that. Things could always be worse. So being very grateful for where you are, and then also believing in the unseen, okay? So journaling your thoughts or journaling your preference, because there's power in your preference, okay? So you definitely want to journal whatever it is that you are wanting to manifest, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a car, whether it's a house. You definitely want to be able to write it down, okay? Like I was saying earlier, you want to be able to write it down. This is my little book that's all jacked up and tore up. I've had this book since January 2019, okay? I bought this book and it just turned into my everything. Like, I didn't expect it to. I just thought I was gonna write a few times in it, but this book is very near and dear and I will never get rid of it. But I wrote what it was that I wanted to manifest as far as my home in this composition book on 11/20. And I want to read to you some of the things that I wrote down in this book on 11/20/2019. Okay. So it was 9 months, almost 9 months to the day that I wrote this, that I closed on my house. Okay. And when you're in the midst of it, you don't even think about, you're just writing the desires of your heart, and you don't even think, like, there are so many things that can change within a year. So like I said, I wrote down what it was that I wanted. And the way I start off any time that I journal in my book, or whatever, anytime I journal, I always write down, I'm so happy and grateful now that. And I got that from Bob Proctor, who is a teacher of the law of attraction, and he was on The Secret. And if you haven't watched The Secret, I always recommend The Secret. So I wrote that, I'm so happy and grateful now that. And like I said, this was on 11/20/2019, and I manifested it in 9 months is what I wrote. But it says, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm a homeowner. And I wrote, I bought my dream home, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, an attached garage, a detached garage with a screened-in porch, a pool, a large kitchen with an island, hardwood floors throughout, walk-in closets, master bedroom, a jet tub. Now, some things, of course, you may not get that you write. Now, a jet tub, sis didn't get it. I didn't get it. But for the most part, everything that I asked for, I was able to manifest, or I was able to get. I think it's very funny because I wrote this November 20th, 2019. The sellers bought this house and renovated it in December 2019. Okay. And then also taking action. So like I was saying earlier, if you're having issues with credit, if you're having issues with whatever it is that you're having issues with, my issue mainly was with credit. So I had to really work on my credit. So that's what I set out to do. And one thing I think is very important here is that you move your feet. You'll say that people will say that there's things that they want, but they won't actually take action. So you have to take action. You can't keep saying you want to be a homeowner and then you do nothing about it. Like, you just act like it's going to just fall in your lap. It's not going to just fall in your lap. You have to take action. Now, if you have a lot of debt or something and you have to snowball your debt, snowball your debt. Give yourself a time limit on when it is that you want to do these things, and even journal that. I'm working on my credit. I'm so happy and grateful now that I've worked on my credit. My credit is great and I am a homeowner. Whatever it is, just making sure that you're taking action, and also joining groups. I joined a group on Facebook called Road to 750. Shout out to all my Road to 750 people. I joined a group called Road to 750. Granted, I joined that group late because I should have joined it a lot sooner, but I didn't know about it, of course, before, because I had started in November trying to clear my debt, trying to really work on my credit. I started in November trying to do that, and I did not know that the best thing for you to do when you're working on your credit is to when you're going to pay something off, asking them to remove it from your credit instead of just having it as being paid. You don't want that. You want them to remove it from your credit. And see, I didn't know that. Now, hindsight's 2020, but that wasn't something that I knew. But also, like I was saying, just taking action. So whether you're joining a free, Facebook group, or whether you're going to a credit specialist, or whatever you're doing, just taking action, to take the steps that you need, okay, to get where you're wanting to go. Okay, so like I said, I journaled this. the things that I journaled, one of the things that I journaled was a 4-bedroom, 3-bath. Okay. This house originally, it had 3 bedrooms, but it had a huge dining room. And so what we did was we turned it into a 4th bedroom for my son. So we have 4 bedrooms. That was a thing for me too. I wanted the option. If it wasn't an actual 4-bedroom, I wanted the option to make it a 4th bedroom. So I had the option to make it a 4th bedroom, and I did that. And I also, the other side of the dining room, I turned into an office, which was another thing that I had put down, is that some additional features would include an office, a eat-in kitchen, a pantry, and a large laundry room. So those were also things that I was able to get. I mean, I did get an eat-in kitchen. We were able to turn the other side of that dining room into my office / pantry, because I keep like drinks and stuff like that in there. So it's kind of an office / pantry, but I was very happy with that. Another thing I was wanting to get was an attached garage and a detached garage. I was able to get the attached garage and the detached garage. And in fact, we have renovated the detached garage because it was older. It wasn't in the best shape at all. And my boyfriend was able to renovate it, and excuse the mud because it's been raining, but I also put in there a pool. Now that used to be a pool, okay? But what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn it into a fire pit. But see, he has redone that part over there, or he had a friend of his to redo it, and he painted everything, and he has turned that into his little bar, okay? Put that back. So yeah, he's turned that into his little bar, and we've only been here for right at 2 months now. So we have a lot more things that we're wanting to do, but we're very excited for how far we've come as far as only being here for 2 months. So another thing, so like I said, journal, making sure you're grateful and showing gratitude. A great way to show gratitude is just waking up every morning and saying thank you. Waking up every morning and saying, thank you, God. Thank you for waking me up. Thank you for waking my children up. Thank you for waking my man up. Thank you for waking my mama up. Thank you for waking my cousins, my aunties, my children, whoever. Thank you for this roof over my head. Thank you for a car to drive. Thank you for work. Thank you for, everything. Just being extremely thankful and grateful for what you already have, okay? And so we went on about that, ignoring your current circumstances. And I can't even remember if I spoke on that or not. Yeah, I did. Ignore your current circumstances. So whatever your current circumstances are, making sure that you are not focusing on the lack, focusing on what it is that you don't have. Focus more on the things that you are wanting. Another thing in taking action, okay? Because I know I'm going all out of whack here. But in taking action, or having unwavering faith, okay, in this process. When this house was finished being renovated or ready to sell, the sellers had an open house in February, okay? Me and my son, I asked my son if he wanted to go to an open house. It's so funny, but I just realized I'm wearing the exact same shirt that I went to the original open house in. I thought that was funny. Shout out to the spiritual gangster. We came to the open house for this house in February, and I was just sure that, I loved it. My son loved it. We claimed this house. Do you hear me? We claimed it. And I was just like, yeah, if this is the house that we want, that's it. This one will be perfect for us. And so we claimed the house, and I was still kind of nervous, as far as if it's going to get sold, if someone else is going to get it. But I was like, you know what? What's for me is for me. I'm not going to worry about it. But I did keep, I saved all the pictures in my phone. I started looking for how I wanted to decorate it, different things like that. I started, thinking about what it was that I wanted to do, like putting up the wall in the dining room and making one side my son's room and the other side my office, things like that. I had already had it planned what I wanted to do with this house. And And so did my boyfriend. Like we already had a plan what we wanted. So that's definitely a thing, like that vision, having the vision, okay? Being able to envision yourself in the home already before you even get in there. And so then after that, another thing that I want to say, not only, making sure you take action. So go to open houses, go look around, go see what's out there, I also did a ritual, okay? Because this is a spiritual page. I'm just going to be very honest with you guys. I also forgot to mention fasting and prayer. I did 3 intermediate fasts in the process of me manifesting my home. So I do suggest that for anyone who is on the path. All great things come through fasting and prayer. Remember that. I did rituals. I do new moon and full moon rituals, so, and I like candles and, do my thing. And I'm not going to go all into that. If you want me to, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and I will make a video regarding that. But I did a 5x5 ritual. That is one ritual that I will talk about. And besides lighting my manifestation candles, but I did a 5x5 ritual the same day that I did my journaling about the house that I wanted. The same day I did a 5x5 ritual, and that is where you write an affirmation 55 times for 5 days. Okay, so I did that, and I wrote, I am a happy homeowner. I am a happy homeowner. I did that for 55 times for 5 days. I left it in the notebook, and I didn't think anything else of it. But one day I was on Facebook, and I seen a thing on one of my spiritual girl pages, and it said that when you do the 5x5 ritual that you should, rip up the paper or burn it or whatnot. So I decided to burn it. I did not see this information until May of 2020. Like I said, I wrote this in November of 2019. I saw the information about burning it in 2020 in May, and I burned the paper. Okay, I literally say like that fire lit a fire in my butt, because what happened after that was that I ended up, and if you hear my children, I'm sorry. But what happened after that was I had a small electrical fire in my rental house in my kitchen. I don't know why I said kitchen. It was actually in my bathroom. Nothing was actually like lost or anything, but what we were able to do that kind of just lit, like I said, lit a fire in me, that I was like, even though I was nervous about whether or not I should go ahead and bite the bullet and go ahead and apply for a home loan, that fire kind of like pushed me to go ahead and apply for the home loan. And so I did. I didn't tell anyone about it when I did it. And because I didn't want anyone else worried or stressed and about whether or not I was going to be able to get approved. So a couple of days passed by, and I hear back from my mortgage broker, and he tells me that I was approved. And I was just like, what? Like, I was freaking out. Like, I couldn't believe that I had gotten approved. Also, another thing that I had did to kind of just put myself out there, or put out there to the universe that, hey, I'm serious about this. My realtor was holding classes for like first-time homeowners, and I went to one of the classes that she was having, and she had a mortgage broker there as well, and I was able to meet with them and get some information about, the process and everything. But that was just another thing that I wanted to, I am serious about getting a house. Okay, so whether I'm going to open houses, whether I'm going to realtor, meetings with, they're not pulling your credit or anything. They're just telling you what it is that you may need to have, what it is you may need to do. I was doing it. Okay, so that's definitely taking action. Okay, gratitude, taking action, journaling, and trusting the process. Okay, so if you are seeing things like different, okay, sorry about that, guys. They were getting kind of loud. But so, like I was saying, trusting the process, ignoring your current circumstances. So whatever it is that you're going through, whether you feel like, whether you're going through a divorce, or whether you're having issues with bad credit, or whether you're having issues with relocating, or, making sure you have a job that can actually, support a mortgage, or whatever it is that you can dream about and that you pray about, just believe that you are able to receive it. Okay. That is what it is that you have to do. Okay. You have to actually believe that this is something that you can have, something that you can obtain. I'm trying to think of any other things that I'm missing as far as that goes. Now, in my circumstance, and the reason why I say that I definitely manifested this house is because even the sellers, after we purchased the house, the seller is actually our neighbor, okay? Our neighbor currently. And they came over to, meet us and to introduce themselves. And they were like, this house must have really been meant for you, because the situations regarding it was crazy. Like I said, the situation with my house, my rental house, with having the electrical fire, that is what really lit a desire in me to go ahead and try. I didn't know what would happen, but I was definitely claiming all good news, okay? So I did get approved for the house with my initial mortgage broker. I was 2 weeks away from closing on my house. I had already had my closing date, and they were getting ready to send the paperwork into underwriting. But they had been checking for like title issues and things of that nature, what they do when you're buying a home. And it came back that I had a foreclosure with my name attached to it. I was completely devastated. I was completely shocked about the foreclosure. Not that I didn't know about it. I just didn't know that I was being held responsible for it, because previously, like I said, I was recently divorced just a couple months prior to me writing this. And I knew about the house going into foreclosure, but I didn't know I would be affected, because I was not able to make any decisions regarding the house as far as the mortgage goes, because I wasn't on the mortgage, I was only on the deed. And if you're ever in a situation like I was in, make sure that you if you're separating or whatever, and you're on a deed to a house and not the mortgage to the house. Now, this could be family situation, this could be marriage situation, whatever. If you're not on the mortgage, but you're on the deed, make sure you do a quick claim deed and have your name removed. I knew nothing of this, so that was not something that I did. I'm telling you guys, information that I wish I had. So I didn't know to have my name removed from a quick claim deed, or do a quick claim deed to have your name removed. I didn't know to do that. So because I didn't know to do that, I ended up having this foreclosure with my name attached to it. My mortgage broker at the time, he told me that I would have to wait 3 years from the date of the foreclosure in order to purchase a home. And I was devastated. Like, I was completely devastated, because I had been working on my credit. I knew nothing about this other thing. Like, I was just like, I'm working on the credit part. I didn't know about the other. So it's very important that you do your due diligence if you're in a situation like that, to make sure that you help yourself out. So why I still was able to get the home and not wait the 3 years that my previous mortgage broker told me that I was going to have to wait, is I can only explain it by saying, man's God's laws or spiritual laws always trump man laws, because that's the only way I know to explain it. A couple weeks after I was told that I would not be getting home, and let me tell you, I was devastated, but I took one day to feel bad. I took one day to cry about it, to feel bad about it, and then that was it. After that, I was just like, I have an amazing support system too. I have an amazing support system. So, everyone had really uplifting words. My boyfriend, my mom, my friends, they were all very, very supportive. So it wasn't like I was just like toe up and down in the dumps, because also I have to be grateful that I did have a roof over my head. Me and my children did have a roof over our heads. We were good, and I could not complain anymore because of that. But so I was actually getting ready to do a tarot reading for a customer or for a client, and my realtor called me, and she was like, hey, I need you to call this mortgage broker, at this time. I think she can help you. And I was just like, psh. Like, I was just like, okay, like, what is she gonna do, I was kind of like, well, what is she going to do? You know, how is she going to help me? And she's just like, call her, you know, just call her. And I was like, well, God, you know, whatever it is you have for me, I'm open. I'm open to it. I'm ready for it. I'm open to receive it. So she was able to get my name clear of the title issues that I was having due to the foreclosure. And I was able to close on my house. So it was just like it was a lot, but I definitely feel like me being able to stay positive when things didn't initially go my way definitely wasn't, you know, it had an effect. The first time I came and looked at this house with my realtor, a bunny rabbit jumped out on us as we were walking up the walkway, up the sidewalk to the house. And I was just like, this is my house. This is my house. And it was just so she was just laughing about it. She was like, what does that mean? And I'm just like, that is good, honey. That is good, you know, with the bunny rabbit. So I was just super excited about it. I hope that this helps you guys. Another thing that was really funny in me manifesting this home, like I said, me and my son came and looked at this home in February. We claimed it then. The seller told us that, you know, after he had several situations where he was going to sell it and then something would happen with the deal. And then after the second time that I put in an offer on the house, the second time I put an offer in, he accepted the offer. He had 5 other offers the next day. And so he was like, this house was definitely meant, you know, for you. And I was just like, yes, this was my house all along. I knew it was my house. And so before I actually closed on the house, and I thought this was so funny, but I had to renew my driver's license, okay? My goal throughout my 20s, early 30s, it was I wanted to be a homeowner by the time I was 35, okay?
And I apologize, guys, because at this point, I think I'm kind of rambling, but enjoy.
We were homeowners, I guess you could say. And we were homeowners, you know, a couple years prior to that, or 2 years prior to that in 2017. So it's when we purchased our first home in 2017. So I was a homeowner before I was a homeowner at 32. So I was like, that was very exciting. But the mortgage wasn't in my name. So I guess you could say technically I wasn't a homeowner. But that was always a goal of mine, to be a homeowner by 35. You know, we put these goals on ourselves. And I remember saying the last time that I renewed my driver's license that I would leave my mother's address on my driver's license until I bought a house, until I purchased a house. So we were going through the second process of me purchasing this home, and I was just like, it was time for me to renew my license. And I was like, well, I wasn't gonna change my address until I bought a home. And it's time for me to renew my license. What do? Do I put my mom's address again? Or do I, you know, put my address, you know, this address on this house that I haven't closed on yet? So I was like, these people are gonna think I'm crazy. I'm gonna put the address to my new house because I'm getting a house and I'm being a homeowner by the age of 35, and this is my address. So I put the address on there. I was worried because I was like, am I gonna get in trouble for this? You know, like, this ain't technically my house. But I even asked the lady, like, I'm closing on the house pretty soon. Is it weird if I put the new address? And she was just like, well, I mean, it'll be you having to come back and change it if you don't close. And I was just like, oh, girl, I'm gonna close. Oh, girl, don't worry about that. I'm gonna close on it. And so it was so funny. So when I had to give them all of my information, my name and everything, my driver's license and everything, it already had the address to this house already on it, which is really weird, kind of, because I hadn't closed. But I believed, I had unwavering faith that second time around, it was a reason why, and I was definitely going to close. So just to recap, we as in you, okay, you are going to definitely remember to show your gratitude for the things that you already have, okay? Show your gratitude, your appreciation. Make sure that you're telling God thank you, telling the universe thank you. Make sure that you are definitely just being grateful for the things that you already have. Then second, we're going to ignore the current situations, ignore your current reality. Whatever it is, whatever situation that you're in now, it just is. This is all temporary, okay? We go through ebbs and flows. We go through different cycles. So whatever cycle you're in right now, ignore it, okay? Ignore that cycle that you're in, unless you want to stay there. I mean, then why else would you be here? Anyway, and another one is journaling, making sure that you write down the desires of your heart, making sure that you are writing them the way that you want to see them, okay? I have done this. I've done this several times, and I have manifested several things in my life. Not only have I manifested my dream car, I've manifested my dream relationship, I've manifested my home, my divorce. It's so many things that I feel like I have journaled and I have written about that have come to pass. So yeah, I definitely believe in writing it down, okay? Writing it down. And I also believe in, now the next thing we say, not only writing it down, taking action. So whatever it is that's stopping you from obtaining the goals that you have, make sure that you are taking action. Whether it's building a business, whether it's getting a home, whether it's a relationship, whatever it is, making sure that you are taking action so that you can get to, X, Y, and Z. And in the words of Martin Luther King, you don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the next step, okay? Just take the next step and keep taking the steps, okay? And as long as you're moving your feet, you'll get there. You will get there, okay? Like I said, I did rituals. So if you do any new moon rituals, the energies are very high on the full moon and the new moon. So journal then. There's a new moon coming up on October 16th. Journal then, okay? And a full moon coming up on the 31st as well. So whenever you're seeing this, I mean, there's new moons and full moons every month. Look it up, okay? And have unwavering faith that it is going to happen for you. Trust the process. Trust your process. And if you're seeing angel numbers, number sequences, animal totems, whatever, believe that that is your guides. Believe that that is, God and the universe and your angels that are coming to you to reassure you that you're on the right path, okay? If you have not watched my video, it's an old video from last year. If you have not watched it, watch it, about how to identify your guides. If you have not seen that video, like I said, it's very old. It's like the first YouTube video I ever did. But I think it's still relevant, definitely. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I hope that this video has helped you. And if you have any other questions, I would love to answer them. If you have any other anything, whatever it is that you're wanting. If you want to see more videos like this, let me know. If you are wanting to see videos regarding my candles or the rituals that I do, let me know. But I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video is not too lengthy because I've had to stop it over and over, and I'm probably going to have to merge it and put it together and make it look And I will try to also put in some clips of when we surprised the kids with the house, because like I said, the first time that I was approved with the first broker, the deal ended up falling through because of the foreclosure. So I did not tell my children after I was approached with the second mortgage broker. I did not tell them because I did not want to disappoint them again, or break their hearts if the deal, or if the second deal fell through. So when I closed on the house. I picked up my children and we came straight to the house, and I announced it to them that I had got the house. And I will insert clips because let me tell you, this was their honest reaction. When they pulled up, I told them that my boyfriend's friend had bought the house. And so they were really, really surprised. I hope that I can put this video together and make it somewhat understandable, okay? Because I was kind of talking in circles. I didn't really have a whole, like I just wrote down some stuff and some key points, but I hope this helps you guys. I hope you have a blessed day. And when I say, let's manifest this shit, okay? So let's do it. Let's manifest your greatest heart's desires. I'm with you guys. And I hope you have the best, experience. And I'm rooting for you. I know I'm rambling, so I'm gonna get off. I'll see y'all. Bye. Y'all know who bought the house? Me. Do y'all know this is our house? Jadice, are you getting out? Are you still in shock? Are you in shock? Get out!
Hey, girl. That grass ain't gonna hurt you. That's your grass.
Y'all get your own room.
Are you excited? Are you excited? Are you excited? Are you excited? Do you still have to wait till you're 15?
Did you lie?
Clearly I was lying. No, I didn't lie at first because yeah.
Because
Are you excited? I think this is the key to the front.
I'm right next to the kitchen. I'm trying to.
Yeah, that's glass, bro. Huh? I'm so happy. This process has been so long. I'm so happy.